morning. I'm Carlton Sharp, pastor of Faith Christian Center Church, right here in Beaumont, Texas. And we're here on what's happening in our neighborhood. And today my special guest is Mr. Tony Renfro. Welcome, Tony.
Hello. How you, great pastor. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Hey, tell us a little bit about yourself, Tony.
Oh, well, one thing about me is that I'm running for city council at large for the great city of Beaumont, Texas.
Well, Tony, now you're from this area.
I'm born and raised in Beaumont, Texas. Born in the middle of the South End. In the alley.
In the alley.
In the alley. Shawana Alley. That's where I grew up at. Right off of Irving Street.
Right off of Irving. Oh, man.
Yes.
You're deep in the South End.
Yes. Irving Street was like Harlem when I grew up.
Yeah. So Tony, tell us why you're running for city council.
Well, I'm running for city council because I want to make a difference. The city has been stagnant for decades. I mean, just think about it. It's been stagnant. We have not grown. I spent 27 years away from here as a automobile dealer, owner, and operator. So I've lived in cities across the country, and I've seen the progress of other cities and how other cities has grown. And when I returned here in 2008, I realized that the city has never progressed. It's stagnant. And I opened up a business here, several businesses here, and successful business. But I was disappointed in our current city government. So I wanted to make a difference. I want to make a difference in every citizen, not just in one part of the city, but all over the city. Make a difference in their lives. Make it a better community, better environment. Make it prosperous. We have the best resources.
Yeah.
We have. Let me name a few. We want to talk about resources. We have the resources. Why haven't we tapped in? Okay, let's say this. We have a major port. Correct.
Yes.
We have a river. We have all the railroads that runs through the city.
Wow.
Hey, ready for this? Ready for this? We've got a major interstate that runs right through the city.
Yeah. And
we have a Division I university that has some of the smartest students in the world.
Right.
Right here.
Right here in
Beaumont. And then, the biggest part, the biggest bonus is we have one of the largest corporations in the world right here in Beaumont, Texas, refinery, ExxonMobil.
Yes.
We have these corporations that's sitting here. Why haven't we tapped in? And why we haven't partnered up with these people? And let's invest in the city of Beaumont, because the current regime does not have a mindset to grow us.
Okay.
This is one of the main reasons why I put my name in the hat, because I am a leader, and it takes leadership with a vision, have a plan. So with that leadership experience, I want to transfer that over to managing the business of the city, to grow this city, to make it prosperous, as it should be.
So what is your plan?
My plan is to invest bring more diverse business in town. When I say diverse, I'm talking about recruiting diverse business corporations, because we're predominant petroleum city.
Exactly.
That's one industry. Not everyone that's finished Lamar University or finished high school or finished this different trade school want to be in the petroleum business.
Right.
We're not diverse. If that business shuts down, then we dead in the water. So what we need is bring high tech research, distribution here, bring a variety of different types of industry here, so we can keep the young people here. We're not growing them. So when they finish school, they leave and never come back.
Yeah.
Why would they come back?
Just to visit.
Sometimes they don't even want to visit. But it's a problem we have here, and the mindset of the leaders is not for us. It's not. They cannot take us to the next level. It's time for a change. It is time for a change here in Beaumont, Texas.
So with growing the city, what happens when we grow the city?
We raises the tax base when we grow the city. Just take this. We had 3 major storms. If we hadn't had those major storms, And I hear the city government and the council and the mayor talks about how flushed we are in cash. But if you take away those 3 storms that we had to come back here and rebuy furniture, rebuy a home, repair a home, buy new cars, and that money going into our tax base to grow it, that revenue, we'll be bankrupts.
Wow.
Really think about it. This city has not grown in decades. So you take that budget, that balance, if you take that away, then the city won't have anything because we're not growing the city, we're not growing the neighborhoods, we're not growing the communities. We are not growing, period, point blank.
Wow. And so you decided that, hey, you have the background, the business background,
Yes.
to come and help revitalize our city.
Right. We need energy. We need new vision. We need someone on fire that wants to make this thing happen. I'm not talking, and I'm approachable. So when I say I'm approachable where I can be contacted at any time.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty much well known in the city as a businessman. But we need to escalate our resources. We need to tap into our resources and say, hey, let's partner up with the chambers of commerce, with the economic development, with the big corporations in the cities, the retail investors, and say, hey, here's the plan. This is how we're going to grow. We need to bring more major attractions that can keep entertainment attraction, year-round attraction.
You know, that's one of the things that people say about our city is that we don't have
nothing. You know, so my office sits on Interstate 10, and I can watch the interstate every day. I look out my window of my desk, and I see nothing but traffic.
Yeah.
Traffic going both ways.
ways.
Both ways, just traffic.
Both directions.
Both directions, just traffic all day long. But they're not stopping.
Uh-huh.
Stop for what? Get a hamburger. So what I'm just saying, we have nothing to offer. We have nothing to raise our tax revenue. We're not building our tax base. We're not spending money in the city. People are not coming here. What attraction do we have to come here? The fair? It's once a year. I'm just come on, help me.
Yeah. So how is your campaign going?
My campaign going good. We're operating. I have some of the best workers that's working with me, and we're really digging into the community, trying to knock on doors, let them know who I am, what I stand for, wanting their vote, because you know Renfro.
Oh, is that it?
Yes.
You know Renfro.
But you know, I have a crazy sense of humor, and that's not going to change. But I'm also a successful businessman.
Right.
And I graduated from one of the finest financial business management institutions in the country, right outside of Washington, D.C. And I know how forecast and budget and how to do acquisition and buy sales. It's a natural. It comes natural because I've been doing this for now over 41 years, and I want to again show my expertise and experience in bringing that, inject that into the city government to lead that city government, because it takes leadership.
Yeah.
I don't care how you look at it. It takes leadership, and I have to say this because we can't think about that candidate is a friend of mine, or he went to school with me, or he graduated with me, or he's in my organization, he's in my club.
Uh-huh.
We got to think about Beaumont, Texas, people in Beaumont. We got to think about who is the most qualified person. Let's put the qualified people in, people that has the qualification to inject energy and innovation and bring that excitement back to the city, because Beaumont has nothing to brand itself on. Would you think about it? What Beaumont? What can you say good about Beaumont? Well, it has highest crime. Okay, we know that. Our infrastructure is rotten. I smell a skunk there. Yeah, because and it spells because we neglected our maintenance on our infrastructure. We neglect. I understand. I know that I would dive in there and put all the effort in to make changes there, make changes to our infrastructure. I know that. Everybody, all the candidates and incumbents are talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, everything is the same thing. But I know these was the problems. I'm going to dive in and exercise myself in making sure we make an effort to change these things or make it better. Okay. Now, and we need to bring growth and development. Could you imagine seeing a year-round? I say not year-round.
Year-round.
Let's to make an example. Could you imagine riding out Interstate 10 right outside the city, right where the park is, Ford Park and all that.
Yeah.
And see a huge indoor water park. I'm just, my mind is going out.
Yeah,
I'm out here now. Because I think big. I'm a big thinker.
Go ahead, old Tony.
I'm a big thinker. Could you imagine seeing that? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm back on TV. No, okay. Could you imagine seeing something like that in your city? What would it do? It would bring multi-use developments. It would bring shopping centers. It would bring outlet centers. It would bring hotels, motels.
Uh-huh.
That is putting money in our tax base and bring our revenue up. We don't have to depend on a disaster, a storm to come to bring us money. We need to generate that here. We've got the resources. So what that does is bring people. Now they're going to be able to stop off the highway and have somewhere to come. Say, oh, there's a huge entertainment park in Beaumont. Let's go. Let's take the family. So you got to stay overnight. You got to stay in a hotel. You're going to spend money. You got to eat.
Restaurant.
You got a restaurant.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We have to put that in motion. We got to put that in motion. We got to think big. If you think small, let me tell you something. Just the other day, I was at a forum with the candidates, and one of the candidates, incumbent candidate that sits on the council, I'm not going to call any names, but I call him the villain. But I was asked, I was approaching, he asked me, he said, Tony Renfro. I said, yes, sir. He asked me, I like your platform. I like your ideals. I mean, I really do. And I looked at him and said, wait a minute. Where are you going? Where is he coming from? He said, I really like your ideas, but let me ask you something. I said, yes. He said, how are you going to pay for it? So what that gets me to say, hey, listen, you had 12 years to do it.
Mm.
And not only did you have 12 years to do it, no, I'm not going to say that, but you divided the city and the council. So what I'm saying to you is that we think small. So if you think it's small instead of thinking big, you live less small. So how are we going to pay for it? We're going to partner up with these corporations. We're going to get investors. We're going to promote, make Beaumont a welcome mat of opportunities right here in this city.
Wow.
Yes.
So listen, the election, early voting starts April the 22nd. And so, and then the election date is May the 4th.
Yes.
So what would you like to tell the voters in your final moments here today?
My final moment, Beaumont, think a bigger Beaumont. Think about big leadership. Think about true investment in our city. Let's have what we call a return on investment. Let's build Beaumont together. It's time for a change. It's time for a true change. If you want that change, that's why I'm here. Vote for me, Tony Renfro, City Council at Large. You know Renfro.
Well, listen, I want to thank Tony for joining us today, and I want to thank you for joining us on what's happening in our neighborhood, and we will see you next time on our broadcast.